Yo, welcome back. You read that title, you already know what time it is. It's Power, Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 4. Nah, we left off on Episode 3. Rock tipped off Detective Malcolm about Unique's drug pickup and everything. He busted them. Unique's corners was dry. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Y'all saw the episode. If not, review. It's back there. Let me play this intro music so you can get the people who haven't seen this episode yet some time to get on that because spoilers. And then we're just gonna go ahead and jump into episode 4 because it's time. Yeah, so episode 4, like I said, we coming off of the heels of Detective Malcolm busting up Unique's drug, pick up, drop off, or whatever from the plug. So we start this episode with Unique. His situation again narrated by 50 Cent. Apparently, this dude that he's chasing is Unique's like day one best friend. Listening to the shit he's saying to this man, it's obvious he's under the impression that because he was getting high or whatever, like that's what caused his drugs to get hit by the cops because he was on that pipe not doing his job. And if I recall, I'm not sure. I think that was the dude that yelled 5-0. He was smoking, but I don't think it was like cracking. I think it was like a cigarette. Either way, I could be wrong. Y'all can watch the episode, let me know. He ended up torturing this dude though and eventually kills him, right? Which, you know what I'm saying, that's fucked up because according to 50 Cent's narration, like this is day one nigga. So the fact that he had to put a bullet in him, you can already tell, he's starting to get a little paranoid behind his operation falling apart. Because we know it wasn't the dude's fault that the shit got hit. Because we seen Rock, she bought the information from the Connect's bodyguard and she passed it along to the detective, and that's how they got caught. So he just killed this man for no reason. But I guess you do what you do when you're a drug dealer. Anyway, we cut over to Kanan, Rock, and Symphony. Kanan, he in the kitchen chefing it up, making his best pot of spaghetti. And walks Rock and Symphony coming from a date. They trying to play like they just ain't ate. Obviously, Kanan's not dumb. He's like, y'all niggas just ate. It is what it is. But Symphony trying to be a good sport. He understand, damn, they supposed to have mom and son time. I came through, kind of fucked that up. Let me just try to be cool, compliments, everything like that. Kanan ain't having it. He egging his mom. She trying to get him straight. He ain't having it. Now, see, in this clip, Rock knew she fucked up. You know what I'm saying? She should have just apologized. Now, we're going to get to something like an apology later on in the episode. But in this moment, you know what I'm saying? You knew. And she said that. She admitted it. But I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? He obviously upset. So just apologize to the boy. We cut over to Jukebox and Nicole. You know what I'm saying? They fully in love with each other and all of that. Puppy love, whatever you want to call it. They having a whole down low lesbian thing going on. I get the impression that Nicole's parents are definitely not gonna be feeling it whenever they finally do get caught. And Nicole's parents realize that her black friend is really her lady. But, kids having a fun. They in high school, so, do what y'all do. We cut back over to Marvin, though. And he and his white queen, they smashing it out. You know what I'm saying? Great visuals. They having a moment. Orgasm. Blah, blah, blah. Tony is the name of this lady. I always just keep calling her the white lady, but her name is Tony. So she trying to cuddle up with Marvin or whatever. He started tripping, coming with some misogyny, had a little homophobic remark. He just flipping out on some macho male bullshit, all because he liked this lady. He likes Tony, and I guess he supposed to be playboy or something, even though we ain't never seen him with no other ladies. I don't know. I don't know why he just fighting his feelings for this lady, but that was what that whole flip out was about. It was crazy though, because Marvin with these one-liners, bro. He's the comedy, the comedic relief of the show. I'm seeing right now, and because he took the dog back. Now, obviously, like he was using a good ass excuse now, like, bitch, you ain't fed the dog in over 24 hours, but you ate. Oh, I ran out of food, but you stopped, made sure you got you some food like that. Come on now. And you know, he was right for tripping like that. But we all know he was just doing that shit to cover up his feelings for this girl. And it's crazy because, like, at first, when I'm like first seeing it or whatever, I was like, damn, he acting dumb, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with cuddling? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just fucked this lady. Like, you mean to tell me you don't feel like at least laying in the bed with the bit? Like, what? I don't know. But I had to think about it. Like, we talking about, it's like the 1990s. This is time period. Like, yes, of course, men was still like super misogynistic and homophobic and just afraid to like address their feelings for women, especially when they falling hard. So, you know, I get it. We act in the times, but that shit was crazy. I'm like, I'm looking at her. I'm the same way. Like, all right, nah, you know, make me be on this lady's side. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Talking about what, brothers? You know, I'll be cuddling these hoes. I mean, I'll be cuddling the women. Let's move on. Cause I'm saying all this to say Marvin need to stop tripping, and he know he gonna go back to his lady. I guess they called himself breaking up, or he called himself breaking up with her. But he know he finna go back to Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you going back, bro. But we cut back to Unique. He is like having the same issue, which I thought was funny. He having the same issue that Rock had last time. Like, oh shit, the Connect is telling us like we ain't gonna be able to re-up because you got hit by the cops. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, Unique being the drug dealer that he is, he's just like, man, we're gonna continue to sell whatever we got left. We just gonna stretch it out. If it's BAP, oh well, we finna brand it looking like something else. And then we get back up, we gonna change the color again, and people gonna start coming back. He business minded, you know what I'm saying? He got his shit together. He knew what he was doing. But he ends up saying like he knows that Rock has something to do with the operation get hit. So then I'm thinking like, okay, so I don't think he just had that feeling. I think he kind of knew that, but he blamed his friend anyway because it's supposed to be his job to look out for cops or whatever. I don't know. I think he just killed his friend to like show these niggas like, do not cross me because it could be any one of y'all. He started talking like that too when he was explaining that shit. Like, any one of y'all could get it, bro. Like, stop fucking playing with me. Do what I say. But I feel like him killing his friend was like to do that, to like make that shit more, what's the word? Make that more of a, I don't know, to like crease his muscle or something. You know what I'm saying? Like make it more sturdy. Like, you saw what I just did to my best friend. Like, it could be either one of y'all. Don't play with me. And I mean, I get that. He want his crew to fear him and respect him at the same time, I guess. But respect don't usually work out like that. Either way, I feel like it was pointless for him to kill his friend. If he knew Rock was involved, like, you should let that man live, and you should do what you need to do to get at Rock. But can't tell this man how to run his shit. Speaking of Rock, we pull back up on her and Kanan, you know, having a little argument or whatever. She's mad because this nigga had an attitude, rightfully so, I guess. I guess not. Because she said she knew and it was her fault that they ended up going out because she accepted Symphony's offer. But she upset about that, telling this nigga like, you need to worry about your school because your shit is slipping and I don't like that. So I'm putting you in night school. So not only is Kanan not getting a proper apology for his mom messing up the mother-son time, but now this nigga got to go to night school because his grades fucking up. We cut over to Famous, though, and he is in the studio, you know, having his first session with Crown Camacho. Big thanks to Jessica for making that shit happen. You know, she right there doing what she need to do, talking her brother up to this man so, you know, they can get their shot Lou pulls up though, to drop some product. Apparently, Camacho's a heavy user of the white stuff, so he dropping him some, and obviously you could tell by the look on his face he didn't know Jessica was gonna be there. That surprise, that surprise pop up, she gave, that look like, oh man, this nigga was gonna come here today. Yeah, so he pulls her outside, obviously, like, man, what you doing? What's going on? Why you over here with this nigga? Like, what you my lady, like, what's up? She basically tell him, like, look, man, Famous is my little brother. Your big sister helped you, get some shit off the ground. I'm trying to help him get some shit off the ground. I know I told you I had your back with the music and everything, but I'm not going to wait on you. I'm going to support you when you ready to do that. But until then, so I got to look out for me and mine. And he actually respect that. And I like that because, like, I hate when dudes, they pull up and they see their partners in situations that might not look very, clean or whatever. Like, and they just start tripping and acting like extra possessive and jealous and stuff. I like that he pulled up to the side, spoke to her about it. She spoke her piece. He spoke his piece, and they came to a mutual understanding. Like, I feel like that's what real partnership, real teamwork supposed to look like. Like, I'm not finna show up and embarrass both of us. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. Figure out what you doing, what you got going on. Oh, okay, so you trying to work this or whatever. I can respect that. Please be careful. You know what I'm saying? I'm a phone call away. Make sure this nigga respecting you. Other than that, get that bag. I fuck with stuff like that. We back to Rock though. She is at the new stash spot in the back of the little bodega shop, setting shit up, reinforced doors. I guess cameras is ready to go. And, in walks Lou and Marvin. She introduces the crew to the new employee. Being a new employee, being the shop owner. And, of course, Marvin walk in with LT. Just as happy as he want to be around some food. And look like shit coming together. And she's ready to move everything in. So that's the orders to Marvin. We cut back over to Kanan though, and he's with Davina. You know what I'm saying? They catching up. He telling her about, his mom and Symphony at the dinner. Davina kind of drop a dark bomb, but not. I don't know. It didn't feel fucked up, but it was fucked up. Her mom is apparently missing, and she been taking care of her baby sister. While they're walking and, catching up or whatever, Unique and one of his boys see them or whatever. And then this was crazy because he was like, damn, the nigga kissed her. I said the same thing. I didn't know they had progressed that much in between episode 3 and 4. I thought they was still, they did kiss in episode 3, but I didn't know they was in the public with it now. I thought it was just on the low until, we ready to be out, but I guess they ready. But that kiss like signaled to Unique and his boy, yeah, we need to press her because, that's Rock's son. So they do. She can ask her, at first she's like, ain't got no information. He don't tell me nothing. He don't. She wasn't lying. But he's crafty, you know what I'm saying? This nigga, Unique. He knows, her mom is on drugs. At least he say he do. Like, he said where her mom was at and he could help her get clean out of the shit. But niggas lie. So I wouldn't have took that at face value, but Davina did. And, she told him about the little crack house looking spot that she saw Kanan at the one time when he ran outside trying to be fresh when his mama told him ass to stay indoors. But this is why. Because now Unique knows, and he's off. While that's happening, we cut back over to Kanan and his crew. They at the arcade, you know what I'm saying, playing some video games or some little store that got a couple pinball machines in it. Famous is excited, you know what I'm saying. He telling them, I've been in the studio with Crown Camacho. He trying to get Jukebox on board. Maybe she can put something together before the showcase. She's pissed. She just kind of ran off or whatever. And Kanan kind of let us know, like, yeah, bro, she been trying to book that same gig, you know what I'm saying? That's why she's boosting. She's raising money so she can put it towards her music career. And you just like already there off of what? Like, how did this happen? Of course, that's not Famous's fault, but that'll be explained later in the episode. We go back to Marvin or whatever. He need help moving the stash house from the little, dope house to the back of the bodega. So he pull up on Scrap, but Scrap got a stomach virus or food poisoning. He ain't going nowhere. He was very clear about that. Unless I'm leaking, it's not happening. I don't give a fuck about no toilets, nowhere. I'm staying at my house. So that kind of forces Marvin to recruit Kanan instead. He's supposed to be getting ready to go to night school. He told her, we'll be done before then. Your mama won't find out. You need to start putting in the work, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, we cut over to Rock, and she just basically bought 2 apartment units at a project building. And, I have a sneaky suspicion what those rooms are going to be used for. But, yeah, still making moves. We cut back the jukebox, and she done pulled up on Lou. And she pressing him, like, how you get Famous in the studio before me? Lou had to tell Jukebox, like, hey, his sister did that. I can't help you. Your daddy would trip if I even tried to give you $1 for the motherfucking candle lady. Like, I can't. And, Juke, being the hustler she is, she's like, I don't want no money or, walk in the door. If you had a hookup, a connect or whatever, that's different. But I ain't trying to take no bread from you. They end on good terms. But this whole showcase thing that's getting ready to happen, Famous getting his opportunity in the studio, that motivates you, to try to make some more money. So she calls them same dudes that was boosting with her episode before, episode 2. One of the episodes before. Y'all know, she called her boosting gang. But they tripping, they ain't trying to do it or whatever. But she need the money because she want to get this shit together for the showcase. So she goes to hit that lick by herself. She almost got away too. But that same security guard that she saved, that she stopped from having that other dumbass boy beat his head in after they got caught, he was like, you saved me, so I'm looking out for you this one time, but I'm going to catch your ass next. If I catch your ass next time, I ain't going to let you go. That's it. I respect it. He let her keep the jacket. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fair game at this point because she did save him last time. We cut back over to Marvin and Kanan, though. They at the trap house packing everything up to move it. But they don't know that Unique is outside watching them. So he already done pulled up based on Davina's information, and he casing the place. Marvin has to leave, though. He got his trunk full. He like, I'm finna go drop some of this shit off. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Be done packing. In the meantime, we go back over to Jukebox and Nicole. Their relationship is developing more. You know what I'm saying? She's explaining some things to her. Even a story about Ralph Lauren, otherwise known or formerly known as Ralph Lipschitz. But yeah, she explains the importance of polo to the Bronx, or is it Brooklyn or Queens? One of the New York boroughs. I apologize, New York, because I'm not from there. But y'all seen the episode. If not, watch it after this review. Because that whole story about Ralph Lauren and his tie to New York and why they like why polo was so important during that time period, that's actually pretty dope. But Jukebox being let go by the security guard and her talk with Nicole kind of inspires her to like stop boosting. So she tried to give Nicole a jacket as like a love offering or whatever. And in return, Nicole was like, let me take your virginity real quick. Yeah, they have a little sex scene or whatever. Not graphic, you know what I'm saying? Because these are supposed to be kids. And it is what it is. We cut back over to the stash house, though. Kanan is getting jacked by Unique and his boys. Marvin roll up, though, and he see what the fuck going down. So he done rammed this car into the back of the van, start, you know what I'm saying, shooting through the front window. Ain't he try to go out the side? I mean, I guess the front end of his car already smashed in, so fuck that windshield. But I just noticed that. The van ends up getting away. Marvin walks inside the trap house. Kanan's being held at gunpoint by one of Unique's lackeys. Marvin, with some quick thinking or whatever, get him to drop his guard for a second, kill him, pull the mask back. That's one of Unique's boy. Now, when he killed the dude, he fell on top of Kanan. So his whole face, blood, shirt, blood splattered all over it. So the boy need a shower. Instead of taking a shower though, because apparently he's late for night school because of the shit he just had to do for Marvin, because Marvin just couldn't let the boy stay away like his mama said. Kanan snuck in the house and he just changed out the bloody clothes. I'm assuming he washed his face. He ain't really seemed like he had blood on his face when he walked in the door. So maybe he got that shit off at the trap house. But he changed out of the bloody clothes. Rock goes to drop him off at night school, have a little heart-to-heart with him before he get out. She tell him, like, I want you to like Symphony and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I like him. I really like it if you like him. Basically, he said, give me some time, goddamn. But Kanan makes it to night class only to find out, boom, Symphony is going to be his teacher for this night class. Meanwhile, Rock is back at the crib, you know what I'm saying? She getting laundry together. She going to Kanan room, find the fucking bloody shirt, because all he did was stick it underneath the bed. Like, come on now, parents know, especially boys, it's going to be a little laundry under the bed. Why he just decided to stick it under the bed instead of throw it in the garbage or throw it outside or not even wear it in the house? Man had a jacket on when he walked in the house. I would have took that shirt off, zipped that jacket all the way up, but I guess Kanan thinking on his feet, he a little nervous. He ain't never had nobody else blood on him before. So, I don't know, but she found the shit, and obviously her, parenting wheels and everything got to turn in her brain, and she's wondering what her son's into. And that's where our episode ends. I thought it was a good episode. This is more of a filler episode. It's just my opinion, right? I think it's more of a filler episode. Fillers are pretty much like this. They could be unnecessary or they could be necessary. This particular filler is necessary. It's a character building type of situation where everything that's happening in this episode is pushing the story forward. Now, I say it's a filler and not just like a regular episode because it wasn't very much action. The stories didn't progress that much. Like, I couldn't even tell if it was maybe 2 days or a day after Unique's, drug bust or whatever. Like, the story didn't progress like a whole lot. Wasn't a whole lot of action in it, but we got some great character development moments between like Rock and Symphony, between Tony and Marvin. Even though that shit went left, it still was some good character development between the two of them. Obviously, he not gonna stop fucking that lady, and it's cool because she seemed to be cool, bro. Like, I don't know why he just won't let his feelings be his feelings, but whatever. Davina and Kanan also progressed. Like I said, that kiss kind of took me off guard a little bit. Unique, he's starting to spiral more into like a strong arm drug dealer than the cool nigga that we got introduced to in the first episode. Famous, and his whole situation with Jessica, his sister, and Camacho. Like, the story progressed in like very meaningful but small ways. And then on top of that, we didn't have any of Detective Malcolm in this episode. Like, he just had this big drug bust or whatever. We found out in the last episode that he got cancer or leukemia. I'm not sure if there's like a different. It is, because different words. He has leukemia. And we didn't get to see any of that in this episode. So I'm assuming in next episode, that's what we're going to do. We're gonna be following more of Detective Malcolm in this whole situation, and the cliffhanger at the end is probably gonna send Rock into mom mode like crazy, and we're gonna start to see her finally figure out that Kanan has been quote unquote working for her on the low when he been telling her, well, she been telling him not to. So I don't know. either way, I'm interested in the next episode. That cliffhanger was dope. I really felt like, I'm like, damn, he just threw the clothes underneath the bed. I feel like she was gonna find that shit anyway. She be in his room when he's not there all the time. Like, I think last episode, her and Jukebox had a little heart to heart in the room. Like, I knew she was gonna find that shit. I just want to see how she's gonna address it. I want to see what's going to happen when Marvin has to tell Rock what happened with Unique and how they hit the drug spot. Like this episode set up some good continuations for each like main character storyline. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Is Jukebox going to have enough money or find her way into this showcase with Famous or against Famous? I don't know. Like, what we going to do? Davina's mom is out in the street. She might be coked up somewhere or cracked out somewhere. We don't know. A lot of questions. But we'll find out what happens on episode 5. And y'all can catch me on episode 5 because I'm going to review that shit too. But that's all for this episode. Hit me up, Brian Sapp, BrianSapph on Twitter, Instagram. You might be able to find me on Facebook, but probably have better luck on YouTube. Make sure you liking, subscribing, rating the podcast wherever you listen. I appreciate all of it. Make sure you get in the comments wherever you find this so we can have a conversation. Shout out to y'all over on YouTube. People on YouTube, they've been chatting me up. We've been having some cool conversation about this show. Continue. I like talking to y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one though. Episode 5.